Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Chef Dave and here are some more video tips. This one is going to be how to roast a chicken. So let's get started. It's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour depending on how big your chicken is from start to finish. So keep in mind, even though this is going to be a 2 to 4 minute video, it's going to take longer in between. Let's get started. So we're going to actually get our pan prepped before we actually get our chicken prepped. And we want our drippings to drip into our pans. We're going to have a roasting rack for our poultry. So in order to keep the drippings from burning as they drip in, we're going to actually add about 1.5 cups of chicken broth, which this is a store brand that you can buy or you can make your own. So we're just going to add this right in here just like this. And this will actually be what we can make a pan gravy with if we choose to down the road. And I just grabbed an onion from the refrigerator and I'm just going to leave it big. And I'm just going to add these chunks of onion right into our bottom of our pan, just like so. This will just kind of help season it as it's cooking. And then next we're going to take our chicken, and I've actually already washed this. I made sure that all the gizzards were removed. Some chicken companies like to throw in the gizzards on the inside of this, on this side, or they also like to throw them in underneath in the breast side. I made sure all that was removed. I rinsed the cavity out. I actually rinsed the chicken off. And sometimes the best utensil in your kitchen are your hands, and especially when it comes to applying a dry rub. This is a little bit wet, but I want to make sure that the dry rub will actually stick to our chicken. So I'm just going to add a little bit of oil. That's maybe 1/2 teaspoon at the most. I'm going to use your hand and you're just going to rub this oil all over this bird. Just get it nice and shiny, and that'll actually hold that rub on better. We're going to take our dry rub, which we did a tip on how to make this exact dry rub, so make sure you check that out on chefdave.org. And we're just going to take this and sprinkle this all on, and we're going to pat this dry rub all over this chicken. It's looking good already. We haven't even got it in the oven yet. Get this all nice and tucked in here, just like this. This is going to flavor the chicken. And I have this on a plate because what I'm going to do is once I lift this up, put this right here on this roasting rack. Notice how the roasting rack actually lifts the chicken out of the pan so that it'll get 360-degree heat. And that is what roasting is. You never ever want to cover this chicken, ever. And we have our oven preheated to 350 degrees, which is exactly what we want it to be. And I'm going to take the leftovers from here and a little bit of the olive oil that came in, and we're just going to sprinkle this in just like this over the top, utilizing every bit of rub that we have, just like so. Then I'm going to take my roasting pan and put this in my 350-degree preheated oven, and we are going to roast this to where it gets an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Poultry needs to be cooked to 165, but because it is a larger piece of poultry, it'll actually have some carryover cook time. So you go to 160, let it sit for 5 minutes, it'll be 165 exactly. Based on the size of the bird that you're using, you figure about 7 to 9 minutes per pound. This is the 3-pound bird, and so we're looking at probably about 25 to 30 minutes, give or take the math. So until next time, this is Chef Dave, and I'll be back with you as soon as the chicken's ready to come out of the oven.